Hello, everyone. Hello, do you hear me? Do you see me? Do you hear me? Wonderful. So now we are waiting for others to join a little bit. Today we are going to talk about tea. And by the way, now I'm in Bali Island. It's Indonesia, probably you heard about it. And it's 5 p.m. here. You tell me where are you from and what time is it now? Oh, same time in South Korea. 6. Oh, not same. 1 hour more. Cool. Wow. So interesting to meet here together from absolutely different parts of this world. And everywhere you can find tea. At least you can buy it and drink it. Yeah, now it's soon will start getting dark here. Maybe the picture will change. Let's see. Because usually at 6 there is already sunset here in Bali. It's always at the same time during the year, almost, with a little difference during the year. Okay, I think we can start already. So my name is Sergey. I forgot to tell. And yeah, today's topic of this live broadcast is tea, and especially I would like to talk about tea meditation as a part of tea ceremony. And I would like to start with my journey, how it happened to me, how tea came into my life. But before that, let me know your experience. Do you like drinking tea? What type of tea you like to drink? You can text it in chat. I would like to know you better. So that's an interesting story about tea, how it came to me. It was about 10 years ago. I was hiking in the mountains. I am from Russia, and I was hiking in Russian mountains, Altai, that's the name of the mountains. Oh, certified herbalist. Wonderful. Wow. Herbal tea is amazing. I like drinking it, especially in the evening before sleep when I don't want to get too much energized. So I was traveling in the mountains, and actually I spent the whole summer there, quite high and far from civilization, living in the tent in the wild conditions. Was quite an unusual trip for me. And there I met a guy who also was traveling alone there, and we decided to go to. He asked me to show some beautiful places around, and as I spent there the whole summer, I knew about all the wonderful places there. Oh, sorry, I need to bring the charger for my notebook. 1 second. Okay. And so we came together to one lake. There are a lot of lakes in these mountains. So the lake was at the altitude of 3,000 meters, about like this, very high. And it was August, and he suggested drinking tea with him. He was a tea master. I didn't know anything about tea. I just drank tea casually, like tea bags or something like this with food before that. And we boiled water from this lake. It was spring lake, fresh water. And he brewed some pu'er tea, some old or aged, like many years of it. I didn't know anything, actually. I don't remember exactly what was the tea because I even didn't understand why is it so good. He said that it's expensive. And yeah, and he suggested drinking it in silence for just 2 cups, 2 bowls in silence. And then we were sitting there in the on the stone near the lake in silence, and something started happening to me. I don't know what, but my mind stopped, no thoughts, and I started smiling. I felt this joy without any cause, without any reason. I didn't understand why. Yeah, when we started speaking, I asked, what was it? Why? And yeah, so I realized that tea can give certain state. It's not just the interesting drink, but it can give you some energy also. Maybe it's tasty, but it's much more than that. I didn't know about it. Probably I drank not so good tea before and drank it not in the right way. So yeah, now I understand that it was not only because of tea, but also because of him as a tea master and his energy and his place, his holding space, I could say like this. And yeah, when I already climbed down the mountain, I decided to learn how what it is, what tea is, and to learn more about it. So I finished tea school, and yeah, that was the beginning of my journey when I started exploring it. It's an infinite journey, really. You can learn it for a very long time, for your whole life, actually. And yeah, I started exploring different teas. In the beginning, I didn't understand the difference between different types of tea. There are a lot of different types of tea. Like green tea, for example, if you speak about just different kinds of tea, like green tea, white tea, oolong, red tea, or black tea can be called, and pu'er, for example. These are different technologies of the same plant. So I started trying to understand it. And yeah, in the beginning, I was quite surprised that this is the same plant. So biologically, it's called Camellia sinensis. And from the same biological plant can be produced so many different teas. Before I thought that green tea and black tea is different plants. But no, it's the same plant. And the main difference between them is processes of oxidation. So, for example, if you cut an apple, you will find that it will start getting dark because of the oxygen in the air. And the same process happens with tea and tea leaves. So the greener, the lighter tea, the less oxidized it. Like white tea is almost not oxidized. Green tea a little bit more. Then oolong goes, and then red tea or black tea. It's the same tea, just different classification, different name. In China, it calls red tea. And in the West, it calls usually black tea. But it is the same tea, the same technology. And also pu'er. And by the way, now I'm drinking pu'er. Very tasty and very interesting tea. It gives very good, unusual state. Let me know if you know these teas which I mentioned right now, or which one did you hear before? Which of them did you hear before? Like white tea, green tea, oolong, red tea or black tea, and pu'er. Some of them are more popular, others are less. How do you spell the tea you are drinking? Oh, right moment. So the spelling can be different. It can be so I can write like two options how it can be spelled, but it's Chinese word, you know. So anyway, it's different. It's just characters, Chinese characters, if you look at in Chinese. All of them except red. So yeah, red tea, you definitely know red tea because you know red tea as black tea. And black tea is the most popular tea, I think, in the world. People drink it like more than any other tea. But in China, they create classification depending on the color of the brew of the drink. So when you brew tea in the cup, the color of this tea is reddish, like it's not so black. It's kind of like brown red. But the color of the leaves is black. That's why in the West, they call it black tea, but in China, they call it red tea. So depending on what you look at the dry leaves or at the drink, at the brew. So after that wonderful encounter with my friend who were team master, who became my friend after that, I started exploring this and exploring also the not only like different taste of tea, but also the tea state. So because tea has a lot of different elements inside it, which give you certain state of mind. And sometimes it's not so obvious and not so maybe strong, but after a while, if you drink tea, you will see the effect. You will definitely see the effect. for me, it's absolutely unique plant, really. It changed my life, and it changed many, many lives, and becomes more and more popular. And now people more and more understand that it's not just tasty drink to drink with cookies, and it's a medicine. It's definitely a medicine. And I'm not joking, really. In China, like in the beginning, thousands of years ago, tea was like a herb. So it is a herb, actually. It just leaves from the tree. And in the beginning, people just drank it as a medicine, like to treat different problems with their body, their organs. But if you just take the leaf and brew it, it will be bitter, not tasty. So people in the beginning, they drank it not so often. So they started creating different technologies, how to make it better, like oxidation and also fermentation, like pu'er is fermented tea. It's a different technology. And yeah, if you want, I can tell more about technologies. I'm not sure that it's so interesting now. Let's see, maybe I will come back to that later. So, and after that, that there is like this Chinese medicine is quite a huge topic, and it's very big. And in Chinese medicine, there is this connection between energy and body. So material world and like spiritual world or energetic world. And tea became part of this tea medicine. So kind of like a chapter in it, a tea therapy. And it still exists like a part of tea, like a part of Chinese medicine. I even met one Chinese woman who finished like tea school, tea therapy school. So she really learned how to help people, how to treat different diseases with tea, with different types of tea, like depending on what tea you drink, how much you drink, in what way you drink, it can affect you differently. And if it is good tea, if it's good quality and you drink in the right way, it is very, very healthy for the body first, and then for your mind, of course, too. So, and this is already a different topic, how it affects your mind. For me, it's something so interesting. So the effect really a little bit like contradictory. So it gives you energy, wakes you up, and at the same time, it calms you down. So your brain is bright and you are calm at the same time. In comparison with coffee, for example, coffee gives you energy, it gives you strong mind, but you are overwhelmed with it, can be. In my experience and experience of many people, maybe you have a different attitude to coffee, but that's my experience at least. And it's interesting that both coffee and tea, they contain caffeine, which gives you this energy. But also tea contains a lot of different other elements, which gives you feeling of even joy. It opens your heart, it calms you down. Very interesting. And also different teas, different technologies of teas, and also different sorts of teas inside one technology give you different state, affects you differently. So you can kind of choose what state you want depending on your intention, and you can choose tea, what you want to drink right now. It's amazing. There are a lot of, like, it's so many different sorts of tea. You will never learn all of them. You will never try all of them. It's like hundreds and hundreds different teas you can find. And all of them have their features and affects you differently. So yeah, and here I can say that if you start drinking tea slowly, you will feel how your life changes, how you become calmer, more focused, and more present. By the way, I see that someone joined our live. And hello, hi, who are you? Let me know what you know about tea and tea ceremony and tea meditation, if you have any experience. And now, hello, yeah.
Hello. Sorry,
Hello?
hello.
Yeah,
I
I'm here.
have
I
just
hear you.
joined. I am Khalid from Egypt. I have just joined the session.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, you are talking about tea. What I am to
right.
only tea for me, only for use it as a hot drink for meditation or to be when I want to take a hot drink in the morning. This is only
Yes.
for me use as a tea, but not use as a medicine.
So you use it for tea meditation, you said, or for meditation? Or I heard wrong in a wrong way.
No, for not meditation, but use it as to be aware in the morning, awareness to full awareness, or when you drink tea in the early morning and afternoon. I take only 2 times a week, 2 times a day.
Yeah. So it helps you to wake up, kind of, yeah, to be more awake, right?
This is my concern about. Yeah, yes, yeah, to be wake up, yes.
Yeah. This is the main probably tool. Like it's a good tool to wake up, and it's much healthier than coffee, for example. So if you drink coffee to wake up, for your stomach, and also for other body, it's not so good. If you
No,
drink it coffee a little bit, yes, it's more or less okay, but tea is much
normally,
healthier.
I don't like to take much coffee. Only when I feel that I need more wake up, I just drink 1 cup of coffee. But normally, I take a cup of tea twice a time a day.
Yeah. So now we will talk about other ways what you can get from tea. Not only this, it helps you to wake up, it helps your mind to be more awake, and it's also a good tool for that. Amazing. I also use it, of course, if I feel sleepy and I need to wake up, I drink tea. It's not like for me, if I drink coffee, I still can drink coffee sometimes, from time to time, not often, very rare actually. But like if for example, in a rush and I need just to do something very quickly, okay, coffee is good because it's like this. It gives me energy very fast, and it actually I lose it very fast too. So after this energy, there is this feeling of like, oh, there's something is not so good. It's like after 1-2 hours, you feel that it goes away. But
Temporary.
tea is yeah.
You mean temporary action, yeah?
Yes, exactly, temporary. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and tea, if coffee is like this, then tea is like this. So it's not so fast. It gives you energy slower, and it's slower going down. So it's like more gentle to your body, into your brain, to your nervous system. So yeah, even just speaking about it, it's already better. Then it's much better for your stomach. If it's good tea, it's very important. If it's not good tea, it can be dangerous for your body, of course. Yeah, and for your mind. So it gives you, you are not so overwhelmed with this energy. Yeah. So that's why, speaking about this part of tea, it's tea is great tool, and it's think it's much better than other stimulators. It's, we're speaking about stimulation, yes, of your mind and brain.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, but also, well, you already mentioned meditation. So for me, meditation is a beautiful also, like already it's a big topic. I think I can start about talk about it. So I meditated a little bit before I started using tea for meditation, but it was separate. So I meditated separately and I drank tea separately. And meditation wasn't so kind of deep. When I was sitting, I could be sleepy, or my mind could be very active. So, and about 3.5 years ago, I first time tried tea meditation. My friend introduced me to this, and I started coming to his home to sit in tea meditation. So it's so simple. It's actually a combination, meditation and tea. So you meditate, and while you are meditating, you drink tea. Like now, I drink tea from time to time, the same. I have a bowl of tea, and I drink it when I want to drink. It can be a little bit tea, or it can be a lot of tea, depending what you want at during this meditation, depending on your intentions or your state. So, and why actually I started doing it and why I liked it. That was a period of my life, one of the hardest, I could say. I had very difficult time. I experienced kind of like a depression. So emotionally, I was very in a very bad state, and I didn't know what to do, and nothing helped me. And when I came to this meditation for the first time, and I was sitting, and okay, I felt all this discomfort in my psyche, in my mind, which was very strong. But somehow I had enough focus and also intention to connect with this anxiety, let's call it anxiety inside me. And it was much easier to do with tea rather than without it. So tea was like a friend which helped me to connect with myself when I felt very bad. And that was the beginning of my real meditation. And from that day, I meditated every day, almost every day. So first I came to my friend, and then I started doing it by myself already. And then with others, and after a while, I already started inviting people who joined my meditation. It's my morning practice, not only morning, but usually I do it in the morning. And that is amazing. I don't know, I still don't understand how it works, but yeah, really, like for me, what meditation for me? It's about connection with myself. It's about, like, our mind has this ability to distract itself and avoid every discomfort in the mind, any fear which comes to mind. We just want to avoid it. We want to do some business, to distract ourselves. Yeah, I don't know, to entertainment or work, anything. And when I sit in silence, just sit and drink tea, I can connect with this anxiety. And when I connect with this, I face it, I accept it, and it disappears. Or if even it doesn't disappear, it's not a problem already. I can be with this. It's already like my friend. It's part of me. There is no problem in it. So yeah, it helped me a lot, really, a lot to cope with my problems, with my states. So it's a beautiful therapy, really. So if you have any questions or anything you want to talk about connected with tea ceremony or tea meditation, you can text in the chat. Your experience about meditation, maybe not connected with tea, you can also talk about it. And your experience with tea, how did it affect you? If you felt anything. Yeah, and it's interesting that it's so simple, actually, to do it. Everybody can start doing it. So you need to just to buy good tea and buy the simple teaware for that, for brewing tea. You can start with something very simple. Teaware can be not so expensive. And then you can expand it and explore it. It's also like a universe, you know, there's teaware and teas. You can find it different items, and they can be very beautiful also. So there is another part of it, it's aesthetics. So it's really, you can create your tea space where you meditate, where you talk with people, and you can have different cups, bowls, teapots. I can show you, I have some on my table. It's hard to show you the whole table now, but I can show you some. So like now I drink from the bowl. You already seen it. It's not a cup. It goes like, it's bigger than cup. It's bowl. And this is a certain type of tea ceremony. It's bowl tea ceremony. And usually people use it for meditation. It's like, for me, I like feeling it with my hands, that I can hold it and drink with big sips, and maybe just doing some breaks between bowls when I meditate. But more classical one is Kung Fu tea ceremony. It's drinking from small cups like this. I think probably you seen it, like small cups, many small cups, and people drink it many times from different from cups. That's also nice because you can decide how much tea you want to drink. Some people just can drink one small cup and it's enough for them. And when they stop drinking, they can just turn it like this, and it shows to the tea master that the person doesn't want tea anymore. So when you can choose, you want to drink 1 cup, 2, 3, 5, 7, and so on. Yeah, they can be very different. Like it can be like this, different types of ceramics, and material, very different. Yeah. And of course, teapots, it's where you brew tea. It's also big range. So this is my favorite small teapot, just for maybe 2 bowls like this. It's not so big. So if I have 1 guest, for example, I would brew with this, or if I drink alone, I also drink with it. Very nice one. The clay is also very different. The quality of teapots is very different. And of course, the price. And also there are teapots with side handle. They call like side handle teapots. You see, that there is no this handle like this. It's on the side a little bit, and it looks different. Yeah, and you hold it differently. You can hold it like this. You pour like this. Yeah, the size also can be very different. Usually these side handles, they are bigger, and it's easier to hold them because they have this handle. So it can be super big already. If you have many people to serve tea, this is the solution. So I can show you, I have one big teapot. You see, the size is already quite big. Yeah, so there are lots of different teaware. Also, there is chahe. This is, it's called chahe. It's a special scoop for introducing tea. So when I start tea ceremony, tea meditation, I put tea leaves in it inside, and I show it to people. So people could see what they gonna drink now. Also, they can smell it from it. And also after it, I can use the stick and pour tea into the teapot from it, like this. Also, there are different types of it. By the way, this is also my project. I produce them. I work with wood and produce different things made of wood, and especially things for tea ceremony, teaware. And this is one of the main products. I made it from different exotic woods in Indonesia. Like this is, or there is this black wood, for example. This is natural color of the wood. It's not painted. It's ebony. Maybe you heard about this wood, ebony. Yeah, it's very rare wood. It sinks in water. If you put it in water, it will sink. So it's super dense, heavy, like a stone. Yeah, and a lot of other things can be the part of your tea space. And it's also interesting and inspiring, I could say, to create it, to buy it and organize it. And like when you come to the tea master, to his space, you can see that his tea space is a reflection of him. So it's kind of part of him. And you are getting to know this person through this space, through connection to it. Yeah, it's so interesting. And also another part what I want to share about tea, that tea helps to connect with people. For me, it's an amazing tool to create the connection with even strangers. I had this experience many times when people come, they don't know each other, but they just sit drinking tea together, and they become more relaxed. They become more open, and they start trusting each other more. Sometimes people even can express their emotions and feelings openly. But sometimes it's not easy for us to express our real feelings. For example, we can come to tea ceremony, but we have anxiety, for example, inside us. We have something happened with us, for example, at that moment or before that. And we have strong feelings. And usually when we are among people, we try to hide them. We don't want to show up. But somehow it happens during tea meditation. It happens many times when people, they open up. For example, they can start crying. They can start feeling something and express that feelings. So when there is silence, of course they don't talk, but they still can express. Tears can come, and this is beautiful because it's a release. Because some people, they even can't cry, and it's hard for them to express their feelings, and it helps them to connect with themselves deeper. And in the end, usually after tea meditation, I do sharing, so people could talk about this experience. And sometimes it's so beautiful to hear different insights, or just maybe it's not about mind insights, it's more about heart connection with yourself. Yeah, it's a wonderful practice, obviously. Yeah. Two people are joining. Oh my God. Hello, hello. Yeah, and it's interesting that when I meet people who started drinking tea, I feel certain resonance with them already. This state of mind, this presence. And also I've seen many times how people change when they start drinking tea. It also happened among my friends. I could say that even tea helps people to cope with different addictions. I had an example with alcohol, for example. One of my friends had an addiction with alcohol. So he started drinking tea. It helped him to stop drinking it. I mean, alcohol. And yeah, because it really supports you. I could say the tea is very supportive in a gentle way. It's not so like super strong, but if you make it a daily practice, especially if you drink it not casually but with ceremony, if you really will find time during your day when you do nothing but drinking tea, if you don't look at your phone and you don't try to solve any problems or plan for something future or so on, tea can change your life really, and you will see the difference quite fast, I could say. Hello, hello. Okay. How long it's take the tea meditation, and it's any music or sharing? Yeah. So tea meditation, you can, if it's just tea meditation for yourself, you can choose time as much as you have. So it can be half an hour, I could say, at least. So at least half an hour. You have half an hour, you can drink like 2-3 bowls of tea, sitting, connecting with yourself, and it will be super effective, super helpful for you. And then you can do your work or anything what you plan to do during the day. If you have more time, you can do it longer. I do it now quite a long time. Like I can do it at least 1.5 hours, I think, sometimes more. In the morning, I do it. Also, like tea, some teas you can drink on empty stomach, like pu'er, for example. Because it's fermented tea, it's different. It has different technology. Like other teas, they are oxidized, as I already mentioned in the beginning, and pu'er is bacterial fermentation. So it's the same process as like kimchi, for example, or I don't know, any like yogurt. Also, there is these bacteria there, and they ferment this. The same process. The bacteria ferment tea leaves, and that's how pu'er appears. And pu'er can be more healthy for your stomach. So you can drink it on empty stomach. if it's good prayer, very important. Yeah. And yeah, you can start your day with this, or you can do some practice before, for example, some exercises, and then you can start drinking tea. It's very good for me in the morning, because it's like how you start your day, it's how it will be. Yeah. So if you really focus and connect with your mind, with your heart, with your body, with your feelings, it will help you for the day. But also you can do it anytime, absolutely anytime you have free time during the day. You can just organize it, create your, find the space when you're alone, when you do nothing, just drink tea. About music and sharing, so I usually listen to the music, yes, while I drink tea. Some background music like flute and some other instruments. And sometimes I turn it off at some point. For example, if I have guests for tea meditation session, for tea meditation, I usually, like half of the time, I turn on the music, and the next part is in complete silence. Sometimes I also play flute. I play different flutes. I will have one here. So it can be different flutes with nature of life music. I don't know if you hear something if I play now, because yeah, something like this. And usually when I drink tea in nature, it's also a different topic. I do it in without music, because there is a lot of music around. We just need to hear the wind, the birds, or the sound of the river or the ocean. Yeah, and about sharing, yeah, in the end, I suggest people to share about their experience, the experience, and sometimes people want to share, sometimes people don't want, they want to be silent, and it's also great. So the time of sharing can be absolutely different. Yeah, it can be 0 or it can be 1 hour, also depending on any limitation you have in time. Yeah, it's perfect. Live flute music is perfect for tea ceremony, definitely. That's why I like it. Yes, can be very like Zen state. You can play very simple, just several notes. But for me, music, it's also transmitter of my state. So if I have good state, if I connect with myself by playing music, I can transmit this state to others. Yeah, the sound quality represents the spirit of tea very well. Yeah. Any questions about tea ceremony, tea meditation, tea as a plant, maybe about technologies, about my own journey? If you want to know more about me and my experience of tea, just text it. I would love to hear, to see. Yeah, this topic is absolutely actually huge, and I can talk about it forever. There are a lot of different things to talk about it. So it's also I do a tea course, and also I made a tea course, and you can look at it. And if you want to learn more about it, yeah, I would recommend it. I talk about with details about everything, about tea history, about different technologies of tea, about different types of tea ceremonies, about different teaware, how to use it, what to do with it. Yeah, and of course, about the tea state and tea meditation. It's for me the essence of tea culture. That's the reason I drink tea. So yeah, it's quite a big topic, and there is a lot of information to learn. And if you are interested, yeah, you can look. The link will be in the chat later. Oh, I have more questions. Yeah, which means most of the world operates on a very coffee speed oriented resonance. Yeah, kind of. We live in this world of rush. Yeah, like in the big cities, we have also a lot of kind of we chase something all the time. We also like we have this like mass media, everything always sells us something, and we want to get something, and we think that we need to reach something all the time. We are not good enough. We don't have enough this or that. So it's continuous like running, continuous chase for something. And coffee, yeah, that's why it's so popular, because coffee always keeps you in this state of like running, running, running. Come on, come on, come on. Tea is opposite, I could say. It also has this part a little bit. It gives you energy, but it calms you down. If you drink tea, you just don't want to get everything more and more. You are more present. You see that life, which is happening right now, is enough. Yeah, some tea has also caffeine in it, right? Yeah, of course, tea has caffeine in it. It's much less than in coffee. And also there is different formula of caffeine, like a chemical element. So your body, how to say, digests caffeine from coffee much faster, and it goes to your blood much faster and to your brain much faster in coffee. In tea, it's much slower. I already explained, like in coffee, it's like this, and in tea, it's like this. So it can be even the amount of energy the same, but it slowly goes up and slowly goes down. So you don't feel you're so overwhelmed with this with caffeine in it, and your nervous system is not so, how to say, mm, not so stimulated, not so strongly stimulated. Yeah, there are a lot of different other plants, which also gives you this feeling of energy and like stimulation of your mind, your body. A lot of different plants. Yeah, some of them are herbal, and also, for example, in South America, and there is this very popular plant called yerba mate. It's also something kind of similar. You can feel that there is something similar, but it's a different drink. Yeah. Chicory. Ah, yeah, maybe also. Yeah, I heard about it. nettle can stimulate. Yeah, there are a lot of different herbs and plants which can affect your body and mind in an interesting way. Yeah. I tried some of them, but I can't compare anything with tea. Tea is absolutely amazing. I don't know. It gives me this this state of presence. I never get it from anything else. Yeah, interesting. In Korea, you drink grain tea. Never heard about it. What does it mean, grain tea? Green tea. You mean green tea? Yeah. Also mix grain tea with green tea. So I don't know what it is. Probably something interesting. I would like to try. Definitely. Like rice. Yeah, I tried it. Not Korean, but Chinese. Yeah, I tried it a couple of times. Yeah, it's for me. It's more like food. Also in Middle East countries, sometimes people add milk or even animal fat inside tea. So it's more like a soup already, not like a drink. And of course, the quality of tea usually there is quite low. So it's not about state. It's about nourishing your body, giving you some energy. But when I speak about tea state, you should drink pure tea without any other additional plants inside. It should be any aromatization of it. It shouldn't be flavored tea. It should be just pure tea without anything else. And of course, good quality tea. Then you will feel this state, what I'm talking about. Yeah. A lot of different teas. The universe, the universe of different drinks and different types of tea, also mixtures with different other plants. Very interesting. Yeah, I think each culture has its own. So, okay, I think we are coming to an end already. Thank you so much. Wow. Thank you for your interest. Thank you for your participants, for your questions. Very interesting to talk with you. If you have now some feedbacks about this live and you want to share, or maybe some questions, you can do it now. We have, I think, maybe 5 minutes, 5 minutes more. And yeah, also, as I said, there is a course where you can learn more about it. And yeah, the link will be here. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.